For all my Ben 10 fans, I'm curious, which of these three versions of Ben 10,000 do you prefer? For me, last place goes to Ben 10K from Omniverse. Even though he has my favorite gimmick, I love the fusions that he does with the biometrics, I love that. However, I think what holds him back for me is his design. I'm just not that big of a fan. To be fair, this might also be down to the Omniverse art style, which I'm also not that big of a fan of. I like Omniverse for some of the storylines that they have and the extremely well done animation, not necessarily the art style. That and Ben 10K from Omniverse has my least favorite voice for an adult Ben.
Clockwork. He's got time powers. Speed up, slow down, forward, back.
Not that I think the voice is bad, I just prefer the other two's voices over his. My second place goes to the original Ben 10,000. Even though he is just kind of basic compared to the other ones, I do like that he is just a very serious, very efficient version of Ben. That, and it was always fun to see the adult versions of all his aliens whenever he transformed. I also really like his design, and with the story that they were telling with him, I like that he stops gelling his hair after he gets his attitude adjustment and goes back to being the more messy, spiky hair. Yeah, for me, you can't really go wrong with the original, and he is my second favorite Ben 10,000. Which leaves my first place to be kind of a controversial pick, Ultimate Ben 10,000. Let me just get this right out of the way. I understand why a lot of people don't like him, because his gimmick of not transforming and just having the powers in human form kinda defeats the whole purpose of Ben 10, and I completely understand that perspective. The way I looked at him is that he's basically the opposite of the original Ben 10,000, whereas that Ben 10,000 was basically always in alien form up until the end of the episode. This one has the opposite. This one is the opposite end of the extreme, where he hasn't transformed in years. I also like how good of a fighter he is even in human form. That and this seems to be the only Ben that ever bothered to even learn a little bit of magic. And even though he sometimes can look a little weird when he quote-unquote transforms, I think it adds to the charm of him. So yeah, that's my opinion on the Ben 10,000s. Tell me yours in the comments below, I'd be interested in hearing them. And I'll see you in the next video.